Welcome back to News 360. It's now time for Mission. It is supported by Star Ghana with funding from Danida, the UK Aid and the European Union. And several children at Goa Tanda community in the Bongo district of the Upper East region will not be able to go to school if district authorities do not step in to provide infrastructure. A volunteer has started a school that was closed down over 10 years ago, but pupils still study under very trying conditions. Brighton Anfo reports over 500 pupils are still out of school.
Attention, attention, Erica, give us the tea. God bless our homeland, Ghana. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great.
Most of the kids, especially the class 4 children, they said they will not go to any place. They were in the house, they were dropouts, so I encouraged them to start the whole thing. So if you are telling them to move to another place, they say they will not go, because if they are to move, it is far, they will not go to school.
Just a few have started school, but many more at home. It is a depressed school. The Go Atanda Basic School in the Bongo district has so many challenges. The school was started in 1965, but collapsed. Children could not trek 1 hour to the next community. And so, when the school collapsed, these kids drop out.
More of the children cannot walk out to the other school. Because of that, I have one of 2 boys, Pascal with 1 boy, but that one has passed away. And they are planned that they will start it. And I want to buy blackboard for them. I used to buy chalk for them. And they're using it voluntarily. And people are laughing, say that we are just making it campaign. And I said, not campaign.
In 1992, Pascal Ayamga, a volunteer, picked up the school. Many kids who were home were brought to school.
Initially, we started with about 50, but now they are numbering over 200.
The District Assembly and Education Directorate took up the challenge.
This is the Go Atanda Primary School. You can hear the voices around me. Now, there's no structure. This structure is a local church, and that is what it is used as a primary school. 4 voices, 4 teachers are teaching. Let me show you KG1. This is KG1. You can find about roughly 26 of them. Their teacher is handling them. Now, of course, the way they are learning even portrays a difficult situation. Right behind them is class 3 or P3, sitting very close to KG1. Whatever this teacher is teaching certainly is getting to the other side of the class. That is not the end of the difficulty. Now, turn your attention to the other corner of the room. This is P2, primary 2, sitting directly opposite P3. And the teacher is also teaching. You can imagine what these kids are absorbing. That doesn't end it. If you go right behind P2, then you can find P1, primary 1, with a teacher also teaching in this environment. Certainly a very, very serious environment. Teaching and learning in a difficult situation, children trying hard to absorb something, teachers trying to teach, but in a difficult situation. The Ghana Education Service has posted 5 teachers here. There are 3 volunteers, 2 of them from the Youth Employment Agency and 1 volunteer. Over 1,000 children are located around the area. How to get them to acquire education is a difficult task.
Kids here are deprived. Neglect is so high. They learn under trees. In fact, it is a difficult situation for pupils and teachers who teach and learn under very trying and difficult conditions.
This is a level of deprivation. This is a level of neglect. Now the kids are on break, and this is what they use to play. They simply have no equipment. In fact, they don't even have the structures to sit in. So talk about equipment to play, it is not there. And so this is how they do it. They hang on these trees and play for recreation. This is how deprived the Go Atanda Primary School is.
The community is eager to have its kids educated and so have made all effort to support the school. Teaching under this condition is a heavy burden. These kids will write the same basic education examination with colleagues in better endowed and resourced schools.
This time it's a rainy season. If you're here and the rain comes, you have to run away. You don't have any place to go. This block is only the block for us. So we always run in there with the children.
The district assembly says providing buildings for schools is a challenge.
The money isn't there, and we don't know when the money will come. So what we ought to do is to work within our local resources. That is why we need to improve upon our IGF. We need to task the people. We need to call on our citizens, those Bongo people who are outside, to come to our aid. Like I mentioned the other time, Professor Kabza and co are all working so hard to bring development to the community. So I'm using this platform once again to appeal to Bongo people who live elsewhere to come to our aid, because we need to pay back. This is where we all started. This is where all of us started our basic education.
The Education Directorate is also challenged. The wish is to provide a structure for Go Atanda Primary, but it is also in a difficult situation.
Go Atanda case is actually a case that we picked up with one school at Akulio. Atanda is the challenge. It's a priority. Unfortunately, I'm handing over.
These kids will have to go to school under trees until some funding is secured to put up a structure for them. Bright Nananfo, TV3.
Now let's do some health and work on maternity complex for Yala in the Wa East district of the Upper West region has started some 8 months after Mission visited the community and district authorities. The Yala community is excited and residents are participating fully in the putting up of the facility. Bright Nana Amfo reports after completion, pregnant women will no longer have to share the same room with men when being examined.
It was joy during the groundbreaking ceremony. Women had to lie in the same room as men. Some had to sleep on the floor due to inadequate space. Some refused to attend clinic because they were shy.
They are always mixed up with other male patients who are being accommodated in some small room which have been created through their own initiative. So it's always become difficult. And as a result of that, most of the pregnant women feel shy to come to the health center when they are in labor for the fear that they will be put together with other male patients.
The nearest facility was far away. District health authorities and the community accepted the challenge following Mission's interaction with the community. A new facility had to be constructed.
The labor ward was too limited, too small, and it needed expansion. And in fact, the community embraced it, and they said, instead of expanding it, we want to put up a new structure so that other things could be done within the same block. And we have seen that already they've hit the ground running, and it will only need some other more support from everywhere in order that this project can go on.
Immediately, work started with the acquisition of a proposed plan.
The first site plan was drawn and presented to us, but it was actually substandard. So we asked the person to go back and then do another work. So he presented the second one, but it was also beyond the standard. I mean, it was beyond what the community can afford. So we asked him to go back and then merge the two. He actually promised that by next week, he would present the final plan for the work to continue.
Community participation is key. Collection of stones and all other labor works is being provided by the community. Over 4,000 women will be beneficiaries. The facility caters for 3 communities, and each community is contributing 500 cedis each. After completion, traveling long distances to access maternity care will be over.
We are appealing even to the government, if only he can come to our aid so that our lives will be safe in this community.
Women who refused to attend clinics during pregnancy will reduce. The Assembly is heavily supporting the community.
The initiative that they took is something that we are encouraging all communities. During my visits to the communities, I made it clear to all the communities that I visited that any community that will initiate any project to improve upon the living standards of the community, then the Assembly will be ready to also partner with them, take part of the course and complete it for them.
The Yala Health Center serves over 4,000 people. The facility is well staffed but lacks space to make operations smooth. A maternity wing, when completed, will improve healthcare and protect pregnant women from avoidable deaths. The District Assembly is poised to improve healthcare for the over 72,000 population of Wa East in the Upper West region. Bright Nananfo, TV3.
Well, that's all for Mission Tonight. It is supported by Star Ghana with funding from Danida, the UK Aid and the European Union. Stay tuned for more news.